Do you know what's scary? Is knowing that no one's going to save us. Like our parents, our managers, our teachers, they're not gonna hold our hands to save us. Because reality is we're all selfish creatures. We all have our own benefits in everything. For example, your manager will never help you get to the manager level because they're at that level. Or your teachers are never going to help you because they're going through their own situation, their own problems. And I've been thinking about this for a while and it's kind of scary. Like the reality of the world that no one's coming to save us. Imagine sitting down thinking how the rich getting richer and the poor's getting poorer is because the poor people are not ready to swallow that pill. The poor people don't know that we're the ones stopping us from being wealthy and rich. And for me, I also was in that predicament until I found trading, until I found a skill set that could break me free. And I remember looking into trading and thinking to myself, this could be the next step for me. This could be the reason why I am successful. This could be the reason why I don't stay poor. You see, the thing is, being born broke is one thing, but living a broke life is a choice. And most of you are probably in that scenario right now where you're choosing to be broke and you don't even realize it yet. And I picked trading to be my gateway to success. And I think you guys should do that too. Because you know, like how everyone tells you go to school, then go to university, then after university, you apply for a job and work for a boss. And then when you work for a boss, you invest your money into an ISA account or a savings, or you put money into a pension. You have to now wait for the money to come to you. And by the time you make money, real estate, pensions, savings, stocks and shares, by the time that money comes to you, you're already old. I remember when I was at work and they told me to sign up for this pension plan. I said, you know what, why not? Why not sign up for a pension plan? And I looked at the age, it was like 2060. And I was like, I'm gonna be like 60 years old when I get my pension. And I was like, what? I'm gonna be 60. How do I even know if I'm gonna be alive at 60? How am I even going to be able to enjoy me being 60? Like, what am I gonna do with the money that I saved up? I wanna enjoy now. I wanna enjoy in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s. I don't wanna enjoy when I'm 60. What's the guarantee that I'm going to be successful at 60? What's the guarantee I'm gonna even live at 60? There is no guarantee. And so I started to think, like, why are we programmed to feel like this is the gateway? Because you know, when we look at a fancy car or we look at someone wearing fancy stuff, what do we instantly think? Oh, he is either a businessman or he does drugs or he does fraud or something negative or he does something out of the ordinary. That's what we think. We don't think, oh, he has a Lamborghini, he must be a doctor or he must be a lawyer or he must be a really smart engineer. No, we don't think that. And it got me questioning, like, why are we all programmed to believe that education, then university, then go to work, and we're going to be successful at the age of 60? Why are we made to believe that? And even when we try to come out of that, we have no room for breathing. You know, when I wanted to become a trader, it was so difficult. Boy, oh boy, it was so difficult to become a successful trader. Why? Because the world is programmed in a way that you have no room to be relaxing. You have to always be in that survival mode. And I noticed that. I noticed that the way I get paid is just enough to pay bills and rent and maybe to get myself shoes and trainers, maybe to save up a little, but it's not enough for me to break through and to never ever work again. And so that traditional path of doing the same old like everyone else, it puts us in a predicament. And so when I saw trading, I realized that trading rewards you for the skills that you have. Trading rewards you for your discipline. Trading rewards you in greater income than what your job will do, right? If you work well in your job, do you know what they do? They give you more tasks. They don't give you more money. They give you more tasks. Whereas in trading, the more you do well, the more you prove that you're good, the way your money starts piling up is ridiculous. For example, like I placed a trade the other day and I was shocked. I made £1,300 on this trade. And I was just thinking to myself, that's what I used to earn. That's literally what I used to earn. I made it in like 15 minutes. I was like, what the hell have I just done? Like I'm doing something illegal. This is not possible. And it's like what we're doing right now, working a job, doing the ordinary, is not going to get us to break free. It's things like trading what's going to get us to break free and be different. That's what's going to get us to become successful. So you're probably thinking like, why should it be trading? Why not anything else like e-commerce or something else in the world, drop shipping, crypto? Why trading? Right? And the reason why I say trading is because you are your own boss. You are in control in your destiny. You are in control of your freedom. You're in control of everything. You see, if you do drop shipping, you have to make sure your customers are there. You got to make sure that other people want to buy this product. If you do e-commerce, you got to make sure that other humans, you're relying on people. With trading, you're not relying on people. You're not relying on anything but yourself. You are relying in yourself. That's what you're relying in. I love that. I love that about this game. I love the fact that I get to prove whether I'm worthy enough to be successful. I get to prove I get to be in control of everything. I can trade whenever. I can trade wherever. I can be literally in a remote island. As long as I got a Wi-Fi on my laptop, on my phone, I can place trades and make money. Whereas everything else, you have to be doing this. You got to be in an office. You got to be having customers. You got to run ads. You got to rely on other factors. I don't have to rely on that. I can wake up today and say, you know what? I'm going to trade. I'm going to make some money. And guess what? I do that. Make some money is good, happy days. I go take my fiance out to a restaurant and I spend the money that I want, of the money that I made. Why was I able to do that? Because I chose trading. And that's why you should choose trading. That's why you should choose this source of income. Because trading is going to take you to the next level. Trading is going to take you to the next step in your life to become successful. And I'm not saying that trading it by itself is going to make you successful. There's a lot of other factors that you need to have to make this skill set a success. You can't just hop on the charts and make money straight away. There's a skill that you have to learn. There's things that you have to go through to get there. But once you have mastered that skill, once you have mastered it, you will see your life has changed. Not only has your life changed, your mind, what's in here has changed. Your perspective has changed. Your mindset has changed. Your way of living has changed. And one of the biggest factors for me when transitioning into a trader and when becoming successful, the biggest transition that I had was what's in here, the mindset. You see, we are programmed to always work for other people. We are programmed to always do things on the side. Trading shouldn't be a side hobby. It should be a business. As soon as you start treating trading as a business, it's a game changer. As soon as you start treating trading as something that can literally change your life, game changer. Because now instead of it just being, hey, I just place a trade here and there and I don't really care, it's like I am going to be successful and I'm going to make trading work. Suddenly things are spiraling into success. Suddenly things are actually making me make money. And it's funny because as soon as you change that mindset, honestly, bro, like it's crazy how I have become successful just by changing what's in here. And I genuinely thought that this isn't going to work because I'm just broke and I can't do what other people are doing. But I realized that it's not about me being broke. It's not about me having no money. It's about what's in here. We are actually broken in our mind. And as soon as you switch that mindset, as soon as you change it and you start thinking of things, you start thinking of, hold on a minute, it's what I do on a day-to-day basis, how I treat my life. Treat your life like a business. Tell yourself that, hey, I am about to make some money. Program yourself. Don't just be lying in bed, waking up at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. and then expecting yourself to be rich. That's not how it's going to work. Life is not like the movies where they wake up and and everything's all set out for them. Life is not like the movies. We got to create this life. And so we're going to have to work hard. When you start trading, the worst thing that you can do is thinking that trading is a get rich quick scheme, or thinking that you need some secret source or secret kind of method to become successful. You know how all these gurus online are saying, oh, you need a secret strategy to become rich, or this is how you're going to get rich really, really fast. Well, yes, kind of. You're going to get rich fast, faster than being a doctor, faster than being an engineer, faster than being a lawyer, faster than any other income. Of course, yes, you maybe. I got rich in trading in like 2 years. Literally took me 2 years to get to a level where I'm at today, where I have the freedom. I have location freedom. I can literally do whatever I want. I can literally go eat in any restaurant I want. I can purchase whatever I want. Obviously not to level where I want to right now. I can't buy a private jet right now. However, I can buy all the necessities whenever I want. I don't really care about that no more. I don't have the fear anymore. But the way I got there is because of the mindset shift of understanding that number one, there is no secret strategy. Whatever is out there on in the internet right now, it works. You just got to be consistent at it. You see, the secret strategy, and I'm about to reveal this, what these gurus are teaching you, is to just be consistent, to literally just turn up every single day, to literally get to the point where even on your lowest days, even the days when you don't want to turn up, you turn up. Those are the days that count. Those are the days that matter. And how are you going to get to the level where those days count? Is educating yourself. You need to be able to educate yourself to become a better trader. You need to be able to educate yourself to this skill set. I don't think you lot understand how powerful backtesting is. You know, with my community, I literally tell them every single day, backtest twice a day. Just backtest twice. It's so easy. It takes like 10 minutes to backtest twice, 2 setups. That's all you have to do. And they do this. And after a month's time, they have like around 20 setups or 30, no, 60 setups that they traded. And they tell me like, Moby, like, you know what's so crazy? I haven't traded that much this month, but I backtested so much. It's become easy because backtesting is what proves to you whether your system works. Backtesting is what gives you the experience. Backtesting is what helps you build the confidence. If you don't do that, you're never, ever, ever going to be a successful trader. And I can't stress this enough. I used to avoid backtesting. Like, funny enough, I used to hate it. I used to think, nah, it's not necessary. But then I realized that backtesting is like training or stretching before a workout. And if you don't do that, it's going to affect you after. And so when I started losing money in the markets, it's not because I was a bad trader. It's not because I was stupid. It's not because I was dumb. It's because I just didn't put in the work. The work is not just trading. The work is actually backtesting and training and doing the things outside of the live markets. That's what's going to get you to become successful. Now, the strategy that I use that helped me become a really, really good trader is literally understanding the concept of why the market moves. Is the simple concepts of liquidity sweeps, breaker structure, and fair value gaps. Those 3 concepts have helped me become super successful. If you don't know how to use those 3 concepts, go check out my YouTube channel. I have so many videos, numerous videos on understanding those 3 concepts. But once you understand those 3 concepts, honestly, like, it literally changes the game. You could be a swing trader, day trader, scalper, whatever it is. Those concepts literally change the game. And that's why I like about my concepts and the system that I have is that you can literally be any type of trader. Now, if you're working a job, I don't recommend you to swing trade and I don't recommend you to scalp either. I recommend you to day trade. Why day trading? Because all you really need, and for me personally, I'm an intraday trader, is literally 2 hours of your day. Literally 2 hours of your day. That's all you need. 2 hours. Try and get the 1 hour candlestick, move, and call it a day. That's all you have to do. So many people say swing trade or scalp, right? But the thing is, ideally, that's just not going to help you. If you scalp, too much stress. If you swing trade, it takes too long to actually get to where you need to get to. Intraday trading is a sweet spot, and that's what took me to the next level, is intraday trading. And yes, I might be a little bit biased. However, I have shown my system to so many people. They've implemented it into their life, and they have now become successful. This is not a joke. This is actually serious and life-changing. And once you start implementing these 3 concepts, honestly, like, please research those 3 concepts. The 3 concepts literally will change your life. I repeat it again: liquidity sweeps, breaker structure, and fair value gaps. That system right there, those concepts have literally changed my life. It got me from not understanding the markets to understanding exactly where the market moves. And now that I understand how the market moves, I know exactly when to buy and when to sell because I know what the market's doing. I'm in that fluid state of what the market's doing. And so how are we now, once we understand like the concepts and once we backtest this concepts and once we understand everything, we now need to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is us being successful. Now I want you to think about this real quick. Like, what does success mean to you? Because everyone has different success level. I can literally talk to you about how I want to be successful and how I am doing XYZ to be successful, but that's not going to help you in any type of way. What you need to do right now is literally think to yourself, what does success mean to me? Think very carefully. And don't just say success is me retiring my parents or me buying this car or me going to another country. Don't make that's stupid dumb success theories. Okay, really dig deep and understand, what does success mean to you? Why do you want to be successful? And make that your goal in life. Without direction, you're never ever going to move to a certain place. So for example, for me, like, success means to me is like just having that freedom of time, having that freedom of literally location freedom, and understanding the concepts of life. That's success to me. Once I understand the concepts of life and I understand exactly why I'm here and what my purpose is, I think I'm pretty successful. And once I start acting upon those things, I think that'll be pretty good for me personally. And so once you think like that, you start having this bigger picture and you start understanding that that's my end goal. And now, how am I going to get there? You reverse engineer that. You understand that this is what I have to do to get to the next level. You know, like when I first started trading, I was literally aiming for like $10, 10, 20, $30. And recently I realized I actually had this month alone, actually, I haven't had a losing trading day. And I literally thought to myself, like, this has actually been what, August 2023, not 2023, August 2025 has been one of the best months for me this year. And I looked back at myself and I just reflected and I was like, there was times where I couldn't even make $1,000 in the market. Now I'm making that on a single trade. Now I'm practically risking that amount of money. Life changes very, very fast, guys. And it's so fast that you might not even realize it. But once you start implementing those things, trust me, like trading can literally change your life. I now literally trade and risk around $500 to $750 per trade, meaning that if I get a 1-to-1 R, I'm making pretty much half of my paycheck that I made on one singular trade. Half of my paycheck. That's mind boggling. There's 20 trading days. If I do that every single day for 20 days and I make $500 on every single day, obviously this is just an example, I would literally be filthy rich. And I do that and I scale and I compound. And I do this every single month. The way I compound, the way I keep getting better, the reason why I love trading is because it's a progressive reward. Like the rewards progress in life. You don't just make $100 today and then that's it. You can make $100 today and then in a year's time you make $500 and in a year's time you make 1,000 and in a year's time after that you're making 10,000. That's how the growth works. It's ridiculously crazy. But you got to believe it in here first. You got to understand that. Like I literally was tearful because I was like, I've just changed my life. I've just changed the people's around me life. But the only way I'm going to get there is by understanding how powerful this game is and how powerful trading can be. That's the only way I can get there. And once I understood that, I never looked back. Honestly, I never looked back. It was literally like a moment in life where I just looked back one time and I said to myself, wow, I ain't never going there again. Literally thought I'm never ever going to be broke again. And I live by that every single day. And you should do the same thing. You should literally do the same thing. It's just life changing. Why wouldn't you? Why would you choose to work a 9 to 5? Why would you choose to work for someone else when you can literally change your life in less than 5 years? Literally less than 5 years. I've been training for 5 years. Now, for some of you, you don't have time. For some of you, you don't have crazy amounts of money. But what I've done is I've made your life easier. I want to help traders become super independent. And that's why I've opened up a few more spaces to my free one-on-one coaching session. You get one coaching session with me for free. It's a free trial for my 90-day trading accelerator. In this trading accelerator, I'm here on a mission to build independent traders. I want to ruin core sellers. I want to ruin signal sellers. I want to ruin their businesses. And I want to get you to become an independent trader where you don't need to wake up and say, hey, Moby, what trade should I place? I want you to wake up and be independent and place your own trades and do your own methodology, do your own thing and become successful on your own. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to coach you to get to that level. I'm going to speed up the process. If you want your process to be sped up, because some of you don't have 5 years and some of you don't have money to do that. If you want to do that, click the link in the description. It's the first link and sign up to my free trial. It's completely for free and you can get access to one coaching session of my 90-day trading accelerator. Not only that, I'm going to give you 3 extra videos that I gave to my trading accelerator students that made them successful. Again, completely for free, no strings attached. All you have to do is literally click the link in the description, fill out the form. Once you fill out the form, you book a call with me. Once you book a call with me, we sit down, we figure out your issues, we figure out the problems that you have. You watch the 3 videos, you ask me all the questions that you need to ask, you figure out how on earth you're going to become better. We figure out together, I audit everything. And I'll tell you exactly what you need to do, the next steps that you need to do to become a successful trader. If you're interested, literally click the link in the description below and fill out the form. Now, I am only accepting a few number of traders because I don't want to give access to everyone. Because if I give access to everyone, the value of becoming a successful trader lowers completely. So I'm only giving access to traders that are serious, that actually want to change their life. If that's you and you want to change your life and you're serious and you don't want to mess around and waste money in stupid strategies, courses and signals, sign up today. But other than that, guys, make sure you subscribe, turn that bell notification on because I'm literally dropping bangers every single week. I'm literally going to be super consistent. I know I haven't been super consistent. I'm on and off of YouTube, but I've literally had a pledge with myself. I made a contract with myself. I'm going to be successful on YouTube and I'm good. And I'm going to be consistent on YouTube. And I've made a contract with myself that I am going to be consistent on YouTube. And I'm going to make sure that every single one of you traders becomes successful. I've literally made a contract with myself that I want to help you lot. And the only way I can help you lot is by producing more content and you all liking the content, you all subscribing, you all turning the bell notification on and actually giving me feedback. If you have any issues with your trading, anything that you have to ask, comment it down below. I literally respond to every single comment. I'm not like those traders that bougie or whatever. I literally reply to every single comment. If you have a question to ask me, comment it down below and I will answer it. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video.